Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome in. What's going on? Gonna get started in just a minute. I'm just looking through some images right now. So yeah, today I would like to do a whole bunch of stuff, but I think I kind of want to rework Spore a little bit because he's funny. So I want to change him around a little bit. I think it would be a good idea. But yeah, we're gonna jump into that in just a second here. Righty. Let me close all my garbage. Too many things open. All right. It's time to work on stuff. So last stream we got the achievement stuff working pretty well. You can accept it and get your reward and all that jazz, so that's good. We'll be working on that more. I do want to go through and add in all the sounds and stuff for when you accept a quest and blah, 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 you know. We'll work on that. But let's work on some other things for a little bit, you know. So Spore is one guy that's been quite funny. He's got problems, you know. So I kind of want to change him up. Right now how Spore works is that he just keeps shrinking and spawns in guys and poison clouds. But the problem is that his poison clouds kill his guys, which is obviously problematic. So I think he just needs a rework. I do have an idea of how we're going to rework him. So I think what we're going to do, instead of him just shrinking, he's actually going to split in half, right? After he takes enough damage. So I think that's what we're going to do here. I'll have to figure out how we're going to do his health and stuff and keep track of all the guys that he splits into, right? So we'll see. I think what we'll do for Spores, we'll have like some kind of shared data, like a static thing. And this will probably just be var segments or something. It's hard because these separate entities, they all have their own health and stuff. I guess what I could do is just spawn in I don't know, we have to think about the best way to do this. Probably just spawn in like some kind of controller for him, and then I keep track of every part of him, you know? So I'll just say var start entity is true. Yeah. Then we can have his entity list. So, when ready, we're going to say entity list dot. Let's see here. I need to know which, like, one this one is. Go ahead and just do whatever. Self is the index. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Because I need this to be a static, like, reference in here, so... I mean, I guess I could just say var static entity list is an array. I don't know if that would work. Yeah, static var. I need to look at how exactly static works. Godot static. Not static typing. Because I'm pretty sure what that would do is just make this variable persistent across all the different entities, right? So let's go look at how this works. Belonging to the class, not instances, means static variable share values between multiple instances. Yeah. Accessible to every instance. So, I think it'll be fine. Alright, so what we're going to do with the entity list then is, on ready, we're going to say, pushback self. If we're the start entity, then say entity list is back to an empty array. Just to make sure that it always gets reset. Then now we're also going to do like on death. Somewhere in here. On like tree exiting. Hey. Soy Felipe, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So this is going to be function tree, function exit tree. I don't know if we have a super function for that. Okay, that's fine. We don't. Well, exiting tree. I think that has a super function. I guess it doesn't have... Do we have to say like super.super? I don't think that'll work. Whatever. On exit tree, we're going to say entity list.erase self. So that'll remove it from the list. Okay. We're going to have another variable here too that's var size. So by default, this is going to be 1. But then with each iteration, that'll be half the size. So you also use Godot for your games? Awesome. That's cool. Size float is 1. All right. And then this is what I do down in here in process. He does have like a scale. So his main sprite scale will be that lerp toward factor. So right now factor is attached to his HP, but we're going to change that. Factor will just go ahead and just start at 1. Okay. Not anywhere where we mention factor changing, we're gonna comment that out. But all this stuff is good, because now we can use factor for speed or scale, all that stuff. So that should all work. That time, it's... Yeah, I know. It's time. Hopefully I can get it working. Can't imagine it's gonna be that difficult, but we'll try. Something I also want to do is set his current HP to his factor. So we're going to say current HP is equal to his maximum HP times factor. So if he's half size, he's going to have half health. So now we're going to go back down to exit tree, and we're going to say, right, if size... or if factor... Let's see, is greater than 0.25, then we're going to say add child global dot world.addChild. And we're going to have another one of himself. I'm going to say var child is equal to load spore. Right there. I'm actually going to say preload on that because I think it's fine. All right. So now we're going to say add child, you know, whatever. Child scene. Say var child is child scene dot instantiate. And then we add child true. And we only want to do this if is server. So that should go ahead and spawn in a new one, and we're going to say child.factor is equal to our factor divided by 2. So if our factor starts at 1, this guy should now have a factor of 0.5, and then the last guy will have a factor of 0.25. So he's going to be a little tiny guy. That should work, I think. Let's go up to here. We're going to say if is server. And we're going to give Spore significantly less health, too. Because right now he has a lot. And if he's going to be breaking up into smaller chunks, then let's drop it to like 100 or something. So we'll see how this all goes. The only thing that's going to be a little broken here, I believe, is... like... the health bar is going to be completely wrong. And the music is going to keep resetting because it's locking onto different entities and stuff, so it's going to be a little wacky wingo. So that's all stuff we're going to have to work out. Let's go see what this looks like now. Hopefully get his rework done really quick and can just move on to other stuff. I mean, all the hard work is already done for us, so we just have to mess with them a little bit. Alright. Let's just go into here. I should be able to just spawn him in. I mean, it's fine. I guess I can just go into the dungeon. Well, he doesn't actually, let's go into the dungeon. I want to make sure I'm testing this in the, you know, the way it's actually going to be played. We'll just speed run. Turn off any lighting. Go kill Dreadcap really quick. Die. Die, you foul mushroom. Okay. All of his little segments are going to do that explosion animation, which I probably don't want. We'll figure out how to prevent that from happening. Alright, so if we kill this segment... I don't know why his health is... Oh. I accidentally made him invincible. Let's fix it really quick. It's down in here where I'm setting his health, I believe. Yeah. We want that to be at the beginning, not there. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that he should sync his current HP on the server, yeah. So we should be good now. Let's kill this punk. So as soon as he dies, he should now split into 2 smaller versions. Let's see. Okay, nothing happened. Oh, we have to say add child dot call deferred. And let's do exiting tree. So we'll try that again. Also, I realized he doesn't actually end up dying, so we have to fix that. But I think what we can do actually is, as soon as his health drops to 0, instead of doing all this stuff and killing him, let's just have a function called function split, right? This is probably going to be the best way to do it. And put all this in here again. But only erase that if our factor is... So if our factor is greater than that, otherwise he dies, right? And then all we're going to say is factor divided equal 2.0, and then say current HP is equal back up to HP divided by factor, or HP times factor. So he won't actually end up dying. He'll just split and spawn in a new one, which is better. But then down here, if he is greater than the factor, then we say, you know, dead is true. I think it's dead or has died. So back into process, let's go find his code for when he dies. I'm pretty sure we have some code in here that checks his health. We might not, so we might have to fix that. Because we just have if has died. Do we have Q free in here? Yeah, on death end. Okay, so what we want to do, I think, then is just say... we want to stop him from saying has died. I think we do that inside of our hit function. So I could just kind of hijack that, probably, for our check. At RPC, call local. I'm pretty sure it's any peer. So that would override this function in here on hit. Not in our entities table, but in... do we have an on hit on here? Yes, we do. So that has an underscore. Let's go up into entity. Oh, it's actually take damage where that gets calculated. So that does call has died update. We could just double check that he actually has died. Maybe that's how we do it. Yeah, it's a little tricky. Let's close the game. Because on hit is not what we want. I mean, we can just set it back. The problem is then, I guess we could just have specifically for him, as he syncs his has died state right here on change. So if he's died, this is where we check our stuff. So if he's actually died, then it's fine. He continues on. Otherwise, he doesn't. And he says, wait a minute. I'm supposed to split. I don't die yet, you know. So we say var can die is false. And then that's where we check in there. If can die, then do that. So let's split this up. I guess this will be fine. And then just say if not has died down there. All right, so if he's died, quote unquote, his health has dropped to 0, then we're gonna double check it, right? So let's see here. It's tricky because it's gonna send an RPC. It's messy. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this right now, right? It's just complicated. I will probably need to override the onHit function. Let's just go ahead and do that. I think if I don't, this is just going to not work out. So not onHit, but it's a take damage. Yeah, then we can do it in here. So new damage, new knockback. Set a spore. we call super, new damage, new knockback. Should be working. Call local any peer. Call local. Oh, he already has a take damage override. Okay. Whoops. Dying. Yeah, this is for Spore. We're gonna redo how he works. Okay, let's go do this one. This is inside of Spore, right? Yeah. Okay, well this will work then, because that's where in take damage that stuff kind of works. Okay. Spore, I mean the 2008 God Game simulation video game by Will Wright, where players guide a species from sickle-cell organisms to spacefaring civilization. Not the same Spore, unfortunately. Yeah, this is his whole business when he gets hit. So we don't really need his velocity to change anymore. I don't want him to summon. So the problem with our parent take damage function is it's going to run has died update.rpc, right? Which is not exactly what I want here. So I have to figure out how I can stop it from doing that. It's really just because his current HP is less than 0. I guess what we can do is just in our Spore function for checking that before we call super, that's where we do it. And then we say current HP is back equal to HP divided by factor. Or times factor, I mean. So that'll work. Because then when the parent function gets called, it's like, oh, his HP is not actually lower or whatever. So it should be fine. I think that'll work. So what's up, Ryan? Thank you for the spin. How's it going? So I just say current HP minus damage. It's pretty easy. And then new damage here can actually just be 0. So that we don't do anything in there. Okay, I think this will work. So we lower our HP. We say if current HP is less than or equal to 0, then it's time for him to split. Right? And then we handle all that stuff and split. And then we call the super function again with our knockback and whatever. And then that stuff should be fine. All right, let's give this a try. So now in split, if factor is greater than 0.25, we spawn them in, set our new factor, or the factor of the child, goal position, add child. Our own factor we divide by 2. We say our current HP is now HP times factor, so we have half health. Delete ourselves on the entity list. So that's if our factor is greater than 0.25. Otherwise down here, he does fully die. Right? So, which is fine. So let's go ahead and see if this works now. It's a little quirky, but it's fine. Spore's a quirky guy, so. Ugh. Okay. Let's try this again. God mode. Go to the dungeon. And let's go get to Spore. Ouch. Alright, so let's kill him once. He shrinks into 2. That's good, that's good. His speed didn't increase on the second guy, so we do need to fix that. Actually, it might be corrected the next time he hits a wall. Let's see. Yeah. But maybe we'll fix that. So now we got 2 spores going around. We can attack this guy, and then he splits into 2 again. And same with this guy. So now we got 4 spores. And they're bouncing around. I need to make it so he stops spawning in the mushrooms, but yeah. And then if we kill one of these guys, he should fully die. Yeah, so he actually dies. Same with this one. And the final spore. Alright. So that works. Still needs a little bit of work, but it's getting there. But it did drop all the stuff, so I think we might be okay. We're gonna go in here, and then in process here, we have our speed. So base speed plus that. I'm gonna probably recalculate his speed down in here. So let's see, that's if he's died, he lerps towards 0. Otherwise here it's gonna be that. So that's only if he's collided. Okay, so we're gonna stop summoning. Because that doesn't happen anymore. And I feel like it's a little anticlimactic when there's only 4 of him. I feel like there should be like a bunch. So I kind of want to, on his splitting, we can like change how he splits, so we could have like a split factor. So I guess normally that'd be 2, but we could do like 1.5. So factors greater than that, that's fine. Divided by split factor, divided by split factor, HP times factor. So that'll just increase the number of times that he splits. So if we go ahead and say create res, scenes, enemies, spore. It'll be kind of fun because it'll be like, oh, this guy's a really easy boss, and then all of a sudden there's more spores. So we should split into, yeah, a bunch more now. Alright. So that leaves us with, I think, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. And then this is his smallest form. So I think what might be cool here is every time he bounces on a wall, he shoots a projectile or something like that. That might be good. Because then, like, the fight gets more difficult as time goes on, because there's more of him. So, maybe that's what we'll do here. Oh, he split again. I guess his factor wasn't low enough. Do we want him to split again? I mean, if somebody's doing this, then they're not understanding the... Like, they should get punished for letting him split into a million guys, right? At least that's what I think. But, yeah, now we can do this stuff. And I do have to print out what our entity list is. That's important. There's so many items. I don't have enough inventory space. Oh my god. And then I'll only do the animation upon killing the final spore, right? So when you kill the last one, he starts the little cry and stuff. I think that's how that's gonna go. The other ones just kind of pop or explode or something. Maybe we add a little animation for that. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think this will work. I think it'll just be a way better fight. It's gonna feel a little more interesting. And not as stupid. Because I've never really liked how he just spawns in a bunch of things. It does kind of make the game feel a little bit unfair sometimes. So, this will be better. So yeah, we could do a 1.5 split factor. That should be fine. And then if his factor is still greater than that, we do the split. Otherwise, this is where he fully dies. So I need to make sure that if entity list dot size is equal to 1, then we know that he's the final guy. Then we say final is true for like all of our stuff. Our final spore is false. Final spore is true. Now in like our death stuff in here, we won't play the death animation or any of the crying. We say only if final spore, right? Otherwise, we just go ahead and immediately do death end. And then this is for dropping loot and stuff, so say drop. Okay, that's looping through our shrooms. We don't want to do that anymore. Shake X. If it's server. So we only need to set that if final spore, I think. Now, if he is not the final spore, I don't want him to drop items, right? So let's go back to right here. And we're going to say drop loot. And we're just going to say if drop loot, then we actually drop the loot. Otherwise, if he is not the final one, by default, his drop loot value will be equal to 0. Or false, you know. What's up, Oshik? Playing Voice of the Void right now? Awesome. I do like that game. I do want to play that again at some point. Maybe could do it tomorrow. It'd be pretty fun. Also, split should only happen on the server. I need to make sure. This stuff might only happen there anyways. I'll just say if that and is server. Because I don't want it to be spawning in guys here. Well, I guess I can still have split happen. Just make sure the spawning part of it only works if you're the server. So like this one. Yo, what's up, Ace? Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so anyways, back in our process stuff, this is where he slams against the wall. So we can do all this stuff again, and then in slam effect. Well, actually, let's just do create projectiles. MC parody song's done. Let's go. Awesome. It's kind of like the summon function, but not quite. So we'll hide all that for now. And we don't need spawn minion or poison. Why do we have a summon function? What is this for? That might have been left over. Let's just delete this stuff. I don't want it here anymore. Alright, so on create projectiles, what he's going to do is say for I in range. Let's just say 3 projectiles. We'll see if that's insane. If it is, then we'll change that. But then we're just going to say var projectiles equal to load enemy projectile scene. Basically just going to do what Dreadcap does. I think he has... I might have gotten rid of his function for summoning projectiles. Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna say projectiles that projectile dot type projectile. Oh, excuse me. I do need to change this to not be called enemy projectile anymore, because I also use it for the player. So anyways, now I can say projectile dot sprite override is equal to... And I'm pretty sure that's just a string, yeah. Because that gets synced on multiplayer. So let's just do, like, the moon shroom projectile for now. Or something. I'm just going to search projectile. Yeah, the moon projectile. Then just a couple other things here. Projectile dot damage is, like, probably not a whole lot. And then projectile dot can rotate is true. Direction fade between friendly is false. All this stuff should already be kind of set by default. It's a whole lot. Now we're gonna say projectile the spawn properties. I don't think we need to set any of that stuff. Oh, that's just lifespan and... Oh, that's for the spawn stuff. We don't want that. I haven't read the title of the stream yet. Hype on the Spore rework? Yeah. It's working so far. I'll have to show you what it's looking like. Can't rotate. I'm not going to do any status effects. Wall collision. Spans 2 seconds. Okay, so now we're just going to say projectile dot direction. And this is going to be a vector 2. It's just going to be probably just a random vector. Unless we always make it a specific pattern, which maybe would be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to have it go out in like a triangle pattern probably. So we're going to say var start rot is minus... What is pi? Pi minus pi over 2, or 0. So negative pi over 2. And then we need negative pi over 4. So let's go pi over... Let's see. Over 2. Pi. So I think it's 1.5. Then in here we're going to say start rot. And say start rot plus equals tau divided by 3, I believe. So we'll try that. If it doesn't set my FPS to 1 every time I hit him, I'm happy. Hopefully this changes that, but I think what's going to actually fix that, there's a Godot update coming soon that's going to change how tile maps work, and I believe it's something to do with that. I can't say for sure, but I'm hoping. So yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and go frick up Spore. We still have to fix the health bar stuff, because that is completely messed up right now, but... Oh, I can't type. Okay. Gotta kill this punk real quick. Easy. Did I make it so Spore actually does summon his things? Yeah, it does. Okay. So let's go see if this works. I have no idea if this is gonna work. So hopefully when he hits the wall, he should spawn some projectiles. Let's see. I think I may have forgotten the most important part, which is actually saying add child. Projectile true. Yo, thank you for the hydrate. Much appreciated. And we have to say global.world add child. Okay, let's try that. What is this? Non-existent function length. Frame dist. Oh, direction is a vector 2. So we want to do direction is start rot.to angle or whatever. Or it's like a vector 2 direction to start rotation. And that should return a vector 2. Make an instance instead. I guess we just do vector 2.0. Let's try that. Spore laughs on Dreadcap theme kind of goes hard. Oh yeah. Okay, let's try this now. Uh-oh. Here, we can fix this. Oh. Oh god, it's all falling apart. I don't want to have to go find him and kill him again. Direction 2 and base vector 2. Convert argument from float 1. Oh. I want the one that passes in an angle, then converts it into a vector. What is that one, though? Or I guess we just say dot rotated. That's what we do. Let's try that. Okay, let's see if this works. There we go. So now he spawns like a little triangle pattern. Obviously the projectiles move way too fast, but... Cool. And I'll probably make it so the projectiles also die when they touch a wall. I have a really easy thing for that, which is projectile dot... something with wall collision is true. And now they should stop when they hit the wall. Let's make sure. Come on, Spore. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. You know, Minecraft has the thing now where it shows you the music track name in the top left. Oh, yeah. I haven't even noticed that. That might be like a pretty new thing. Ouch. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, so watch this. You ready? 2 Spore. Watch this. Watch this. 2 more Spore. So yeah, this is fun with the projectiles. It like... It's a lot better than just having moon shrooms around, I think. This will be cool, I think. I can't remember, was there another tier to his, I think you can break him again, yeah. Whoa. He's big for a second. Yeah, that's something we need to fix, where it's... At the very beginning, he looks really big for, like, a frame. That's just because that's his default size, so... Trying to be careful not to kill any of the tiny ones. I want to see his full might. Yeah. It's pretty epic. Yeah, the health bar is funny. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna display that properly. That's gonna be kind of hard, but that's fine. And also there's something that keeps happening, I notice, is that when he goes into the wall to bounce, the projectiles just instantly die because they're like, oh, I'm in the wall, so just die, I guess. So we need to stop them from doing that somehow. One way is to just spawn them a little ways out from the wall. I don't know if that's gonna work. Because then they might also end up spawning outside the wall, technically, which would be a bro moment. So I might just have to add some kind of like cooldown check for that. Or I just calculate the direction of the projectile that's tangential to his collision point. So if he collides at like this angle, then it shoots out right there. We could probably do it that way. And then we can give it a little bit of position offset. Hey, Captain Lenoso, welcome in. How's it going? Read your game today, intelligence required? Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. What'd you think about it? There are some bugs I need to fix, like, I just forgot to, like, convert all the input into code. So, if you do capitals instead of lowercase, it, doesn't work, which is, unfortunate. I need to fix stuff like that. But yeah, there's that. I'm thinking about adding in, like, an easy mode so that there's no time limit, because it's really hard to balance Morse code. For some people, it's really easy because they kind of already know a little bit. So it's just, you kind of can, like, I mean, like, for me, I already learned Morse code. Like, E is dot, M is dash dash, T is dash, A is dot dash. So, like, for somebody like that, it's really easy. So I need to have some tiers of difficulty, I think. An easy mode with no time limit would be nice, so people can kind of just learn a little bit more. And then we can add in, like, a hard mode and stuff for people that want a little bit more of a challenge. So I need to check, can Spore escape containment if I set my FPS to 1? Looks like he cannot. Okay. But yeah, thanks for checking it out, though. I do appreciate it. I'll probably do a post-jam version at some point. I think it'd be nice. How do I want to do his projectile direction? I could just do it in the opposite to the direction he was moving, you know? The collisions on him are kind of weird. I think it's because I made him, yeah, I made his bounces have a little bit of randomness, because sometimes there were cases where he would just get stuck. Because, like, if he went in here, he would just be like... he could, like, bounce in between and get fully stuck. That's fine. He's got a little bit of a mind of his own. Yeah, I think this will be a fun fight now. There's so many little laughs everywhere. Yeah. Okay, so then when you kill these guys, since they're not the final spore, they kind of just go away, which is good. Right, they just die. But then when you kill the final spore, he should drop his loot and do the animation. So let's see what that looks like. He did not do it, so that's unfortunate. I don't know why, though. Let's figure out why he's not doing it, because he should be. Where's tree exiting? Oh, I guess I just have that in here. If final spore. Or am I checking if it's equal to 1? I think that's on hit. Split? Okay. It might be because it's too late here. That could be what it is. So if entity list is that, say final spore is true. I don't know. Let's go ahead and just, inside of his process event, print the entity list. Make sure that we're keeping proper track of all that and stuff. So when we first spawn in our spore, res, scene, spore, or enemies, slash spore, should be showing... Okay, so that's showing an empty list for some reason. I think that's the problem here. Because it should have him in it. Yeah, this is the problem. Whoops. Well, I wish I could just kill him now, but it's not really an easy way to do it, so I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. But it does show Spore 2 in there, so that's good. And then just Spore 3? Yeah, because it's only spawning in one spore at a time. And then when you kill that final spore, it's just... Yeah, it's just a little broken. I might give him his little individual health bar now, because it is actually useful to see the health of individual spores. See, those ones are doing it. Yeah, it's just a little funny. Alright, so let's respawn in Spore. That should leave us with just one in there, yep. And let's go through this again and just make sure this works. So we should have two now. But see, I'm only still seeing just Spore 1, so I think that's the problem here, is he's still deleting himself on split. Which doesn't make any sense. Because that's the only place he erases. So why is that happening? Factors greater than 0.25, then it should only run this. It's a little odd. And I don't reference entity list anywhere else. I just say push back and erase. So I don't know why the original spore gets removed from the list. It's a little weird. I might have to restart the game, which is very unfortunate, but... Because it should be a static var. See, like, that's not the last spore, but he's crying. He's crying like a little baby. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Get over here. Get over here, spore. Yeah, it's quirky. I think we're gonna have to restart the game and go back to spore or something. It's just not... I don't know how that would be possible. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Snooze the ad. Okay. It's gonna be annoying to get this working with multiplayer. But yeah. Alright, let's go God mode. Let's go kill this funny mushroom. And now let's go talk to Spore. Okay, so it shows the 1 if we kill him. Quote unquote kill him. Should show 2 in there. What is going on? It's just like it erases himself from the list, which doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's probably because he still has the first spore thing. Start entity. That's what it is. Well, the entity list shouldn't matter. Like, every spore should die. But I guess, like, that's for dungeon clearing. So let's just go ahead and say start entity is back to, false over here, we say. It's false. And now the list should grow with more spores. There we go. Alright, well that works. That should now fix all our issues, but let's make sure. He's too fast. Then I think I'm setting his HP inside of here, right? We say child. No. Do I set that in here? Where do I set our initial HP? I may need to fix that. Yeah. So we just want to say on ready. If start entity else Oh, I see. I guess we always want to set that HP here. Like that. There we go. That's the problem. Alright, anyways. Now he should die more easy. Yeah, there we go. And we still need to fix that flickering where he gets really big for a minute. I know exactly how we can do that, so it's not a big deal. Kill Spore. Just want to make sure the list actually gets emptied out when we kill all the spores. It should, but... So if I refresh now... Well, there's no more spores to print the list, but... Anyways, let's try and do this all again now that I think everything's working in here. And his HP should drop at 1.5 each time. And let's just go make that function also. So we're going to say like function update. Honestly, this stuff doesn't need to update in the process event anymore since he doesn't need to do it live, right? Main sprite.scale. Yeah, we can get rid of that now. So we just want to say main sprite.scale is equal to factor. Like, I mean, same with all this stuff, honestly. Hey, Zafencer, welcome in. How's it going? So just right here, we're going to say... Is there a vector 2.1? Oh, there is. I didn't know that was a thing. And then we set his speed, and then his... scale. It's just going to be vector 2.1 times factor. Alright, let's see if this works. So we're going to go ahead and create spore. And enemies. Scenes, enemies. Must have messed something up. Let's try it again. Create res scenes enemies spore. That's what I did. There we go. Oh, we do have to fix that though. And we do have to make it so... Okay, well, there's a few things we have to fix. And our print stuff is too big now. We're just gonna go ahead and... Okay, he just died. Oh, that's because he was actually tiny. It's just his size wasn't reflecting it. So we don't have to worry about that. KCD2 is a banger. Game of the year for me. KCD2. What is KCD2? I don't recall. How did he get so tiny? Did you see that one? How tiny he was? It looks like our code is working, so there's one spore remaining, and he's the only one on the list. We killed him. And he didn't do his death animation stuff, so we have to figure out why. But... Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance, okay. I don't think I've ever played that game. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah. It's an RPG. That's pretty epic. That could be pretty fun. Look at 2. Yeah. Let's go get 2. 1910. Don't worry about it. I don't think Steam actually verifies age, that stuff. It's just whatever. I guess I don't need to lie about it anymore, though. I can just actually put my age. Yeah, this definitely looks better. For sure. It's on sale, too. Yeah, that's pretty epic. Yeah. Cool. Got an ad starting just a minute here. Okay, so why is he not dropping his loot and stuff? So drop loot is false. So he should be doing that right on his death. We say down here in the final hit. Take damage, split. Oh, less than 0. Whoops. Duh. And it becomes the final spore. Okay, so that should fix that. We do have to actually have this lerping, so I messed up a little bit. I think I remember the value though. Something like that. Shoot. Let me just go look at what it was. That's why we use GitHub Gamers. Just go find Spore in here. Wherever that is. It's gonna be in Scene's Enemies Spore. Alright. And what was the part we got rid of? Down in here? There it is. That's so that when we squanch him, he lerps back to what he's supposed to be. Also, that works for the splitting, because then he's going to just lerp down to his new size. So, I think. Well, he's not going to. Let's just say dot... Oh, you know what? His whole scale needs to change. Not just his, because his, like, collision shape and stuff is going to have to change. Because I do that up here, I say scale is 1 times factor, but we have to do that when he splits. So we want to say scale is equal to factor. So I don't know why I say, oh, because it's vector 2, 1, yeah. Okay, so that'll fix that. Their what scale? I don't even remember what I said. Okay, this should all work. This child scene. But yeah, you mentioned events are complete throughout the mushrooms. I think so. It was just tricky to make it feel right. Basically, he's just gonna shoot his own projectiles instead of using mushrooms to do it for him. So I think it's gonna work out better. But yeah. Now, I think I just straight up say Q free on all that, so that should be fine. He shouldn't spawn in more guys. Okay, we're almost there then. Let's work on his projectile shooting, because right now it just kind of goes into the wall and then disappears. So what I want to do is shoot it tangential to his collision, which is going to be hard. But we can say hit position is that. So how are we going to get the angle? So that's the direction too. Hey, new Jank, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, we're just working on kind of remastering a boss in the game right now in Starground. His name is Spore. He before how it worked is he would just kind of shrink and get smaller, but now he's gonna actually split apart into multiple guys. So he starts big and then splits into two, and then those split into two, you know. But yeah, I think it'll work better that way. Just trying to figure out, because right now he's going to spawn in some projectiles. I want to get the angle like tangential to his approach angle here, just so you guys know what the freak I'm talking about. Let me get like an actual image up here. Get normal. Oh, is that what I want? Probably. Get normal. Yeah, wall normal. Can I do get collision dot get normal? Oh yeah. It was very weird how to get normal. Yeah. So that returns the colliding body's shape normal at the point of collision. So hopefully that'll work. So then I can pass in projectiles, normal, vector 2. And then direction here will be vector, let's see. Oh no, we just pass in normal now. We'll see if that works. Hopefully it does. I'm probably also going to then say, right here, projectile is position plus normal times like 16 or something. Just so that he doesn't put the projectile right on top of the wall, because then it's just going to instantly die. So let's see if that all works. I would just spawn in Spore, but we have to contain him, otherwise he's just gonna fly away, so. I guess we could just spawn him in whatever dungeon room we want. It doesn't have to be in his boss room. So we could do that. It'll be kind of hard to fight him, but it's fine. Let's see. But yeah, New Jake, how's your game going? It's been a while since I've checked up on what you've been working on. I'm a moose. I always get it wrong. David Jason on YouTube, welcome in. Should I go for Unity or Godot? Because Unity has huge tutorials, but I love Godot. Godot is, I mean, if you love Godot, I would probably always say just go with the one that you enjoy using, right? And as time goes on, there's only going to be more and more tutorials for Godot. So I would honestly recommend Godot. I mean, Unity works fine if you enjoy using Unity, but otherwise, if you're having a good time with Godot, I would probably mess with that. But yeah, as time goes on, there's just going to be more and more, you know. So I wouldn't worry so much about that. And I think as you use an engine more, you kind of end up relying less on a tutorial anyways, so I think it just becomes a lot easier. Okay, it looks like the normal vector thing is working. I'm gonna die, though. Ow. I mean, he's not really meant to be battled in a confined space like this. Okay, this is the last spore. He should do his animation. Yes. Epic. It's funny that they collide the water. Yeah, it's just because it's like got a physics shape, so it's that's fine. Let's go actually to his arena now, and but yeah. Taking a break from Godot to do some from scratch stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Let's finish Minesweeper clone in JS Canvas, no libraries or anything. Yeah, that's really cool. I did that with a couple little projects of mine on my website, and it was actually really fun. Just like messing with straight up JavaScript. It's on my website right now. The one I did was the fishing one. I think it's Earth. It's one of these. This one? Yeah. But this was fun. It's so simple and stupid, but this is all just made using CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. So it's kind of fun though. It's just the carbon copy of the of how the food collection stuff is in Insane Aquarium. But it's fine. It's just a fun experiment. Just waiting for Itch to come back online to upload it. Ah, yeah. Yeah, Itch has been really unstable. I don't know what's going on with that, if there's like a jam going on that's killing the website or something, but it's been, yeah. Add a lot of juice to it, which makes me happy. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out once you've got it up. Either make a simple Worms clone in JS, or I might relearn Rust or C++ and rewrite a raycasting rendering engine I wrote a while back in JS. Oh, that's crazy. Kind of game to make with it, I'm still unsure. Yeah. That'd be really cool, though. Either basic roguelike, like Zelda 1, but in first person, yeah. That'd be cool. Either of those, yeah. Okay, so he shrinks. Then he should spawn his projectile tangential to his collision point. That looks good. Same here, yeah. Very good. And then here it goes like straight up or whatever. Or not exactly straight up, but yeah. Now that's good. That's what I want. So yeah, once he really starts to separate, I think that's when the battle gets a little harder. Because he's going to have a bunch of projectiles going. For some reason, this guy's speed is not updating, and I know exactly why that is, I think. We just have to go in here and say, whenever he does split, it's the same thing that we're doing down in here and ready. With speed being said here. And then in split, we're just going to say speed is base speed plus that stuff. I think I can also change his velocity when he splits. So I think I can get the angle of our velocity. So we can say velocity.angle, which gives us that. And then I want to say vector2.right.rotated to velocity angle. And then I'm going to say that multiplied by our new speed. So that should just update his speed when he splits. Hopefully that'll work. So now he's tiny. Is there actually two guys in there? I don't think so. I think I might accidentally kill the other one, or he just split out somewhere random. That's looking good, though. Yeah, it does get pretty crazy in here with all these projectiles, so... I do want to try... I'll probably go change my weapon out for a more standard one, and then come back here and do a fight against him, just to see how it goes. The only thing, though, here is that, I mean, these projectiles hit occasionally, but, like, Honestly, just standing here, not moving, I'm only getting hit by a few, right? So, I don't know, we'll have to see. I might increase the damage, but I don't want to start doing that until we've actually fought him. Also, he should be cleared out now. I still see his health bar, though, which is odd. So we'll have to figure that out. I think it's because he still existed. I don't know, we'll have to figure out what's going on with that. And then give sword handguard. So I've just got a basic regular old sword here. Let's go back into the dungeon. I have a feeling he might still exist somewhere. Oh. I think I see him. Yeah, he didn't actually get cleared. He's just running away. And I think I might know actually why that happened. Yeah, Spore has breach containment. I think it's because I didn't set his group to the current dungeon or whatever on Spore, so I think it'll be a pretty easy fix though. Because I think in here we have a reference to dungeon. There's something in here. Let's go look at a enemy room reference. That's what we can use. Because he should spawn in with a room reference. So if we go to boss room 2, I think that one spawns Spore. Yeah, and we say add him to the group, and then I think we also set his room reference, do we not? Well, we should do that. Do I not do it here either? I do it for a Dreadcap, so I guess I just forgot to do it for this one. I feel like you should breathe on you. Spore got stank breath, yeah. But only when he's big. We can do that with the poison cloud. You know, he just spews out a little poison capsule. Or that just becomes his projectile. We could also do that. We'll see. Alright, so anyways, room reference. So now we can say, up in here when we first add in Spore, we'll say, sorority with a ready function. Add to group. And this is only going to happen in the server. Room reference dot, and room reference is just gonna be whatever in here. Let's go back to here. So dungeon room is gonna have dungeon region, and I think all we say is just add to group that. I think that's how the dungeon... Let's double check that's how that works. Dungeon room. Is it dungeon? No, it's not dungeon. Hold on, guys. We will find this. Here, let's just go to a dungeon room, I guess. Oh. Minimap room. Nope, that's not the same thing. Ah! This one. Dungeon room. Okay. Now we want to find... when we spawn in our enemies, I just want to see how we're adding them to the group. I'm pretty sure all we're saying is just add to group RID. Yeah, just dungeon region. So that's all we're going to do for in here. Well, actually in Spore. The only thing is our room reference won't get passed down. So, I mean, I'll have to do that. We say add to group room reference dot dungeon region. And we should say, of course, if room reference, then do that. And when I go to spawn in more of them, down in here in split, I say child.roomReference is equal to room reference. And I'm pretty sure that Spore is a type of enemy, yeah. So, I tell you, your website is a rabbit hole, yeah. It's got a lot of stuff going on. It's just as stupid. I would like to add more to it. It's really fun to do. It's challenging, because like everything I've done on my website is just like raw JavaScript and HTML and CSS. I don't use any fancy plugins and stuff, you know. So it's been fun. Alright, let's go ahead and try out this funny Spore guy. And let's make sure that he also gets cleared out whenever the dungeon gets cleared. So, yeah, website command. I can send a link. There you go, if anyone wants to check it out. Okay, let's go to the dungeon again. And we're just gonna try a regular old fight with this Spore guy. See if I can pull it off. Gotta kill Dreadcap first. Okay. Dreadcap is dead. Down to the dungeon. Alright, we're gonna set God mode to false and enter the dungeon. So let's see if we can kill this guy. So he's gonna start off pretty easy. I might even drop his health a little more. Just because it will take quite a while to kill him if he has 100 health. I mean, to be fair, this weapon is kind of garbage compared to what you would probably end up having at this point. Because if you bought Dreadcap, you're going to have a bunch of money. You might even buy a Dragon Slayer. And also possibly a Tesla core. Hey, Digital Iliad, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, what's going on? We are currently doing some boss refactoring right now, so just messing around with that. So far, it's going good. There's a boss in Starground called Spore. He used to spawn in like enemies and stuff, but I think what we're gonna do now instead is that he's actually just gonna split in half like this. And I think it's gonna end up being better. Does get quite fast. I mean, his fight is pretty easy if you just focus on killing his spawned-in segments. Ooh. Yeah, anyways, what were you up to today on your stream? How's it going? Magic gets crazy if you keep splitting him like that? Yeah, it can start to add up a lot. But I think if you focus on killing his splits, then it shouldn't be that bad. I might decrease his health more. He does feel still a little tanky. I feel like I should drop him down to maybe like, oh, I don't know, 50 starting health or something. Yeah, this definitely does get harder as more of these guys spawn in, as more projectiles and stuff. It still doesn't feel that tricky. Like, I'm not really trying that hard right now. I could probably make the projectiles either do a full damage point instead of a half. Even with how fast the projectiles are too, it's really not that hard. What's another option here? We could make him spawn 2 projectiles instead that go at like a 45, right? And that could work too. Just so there's more happening. Because it just feels like it's not intense enough. There's not really like a whole lot of things to avoid. I feel like I can kind of just like sit here and just do nothing. You know, which feels kind of odd. Like, a boss should keep you on your toes, you know? So, I mean, if anybody has any ideas on how to alleviate that, I'm all ears. I think just spawning in more projectiles would help with that. Or I could also make it so that when you run into a spore, it does damage to you, kind of like how Caloris is. So basically, they are projectiles in and of themselves. Right? That's probably the way to do it. And I do think he moves a little bit too fast. I'm probably gonna lower his speed. I mean, I died because I wasn't trying very hard, but yeah. I'm gonna drop his health though, because he definitely feels a little too tanky. Yeah, if you could somehow make it hard to avoid killing the bigger blobs, yeah. I mean, it'll be harder in the sense that you have to, or that they'll have more health, right? But yeah, let's drop his health, though. I think it does feel like it's taking way too long. Might split his health in half. Let's see. Make it recursive so it never ends, yeah. Just keep splitting till the heat death of the universe. That'd be crazy. You get like microscopic like spores that are the size of bacteria. Do some other environmental thing. Yeah, I think that'd be nice. We can go ahead and look at his boss arena. Bigger blobs should be much more of a threat. Yeah. Yeah, right. Maybe that's the play, because then like it encourages people to not kill the little blobs, which kind of balances the fight, because then they start to build up. Yeah. I think what we could do is make him spit out poison clouds when he's big. Where's my cap? I know that you were talking about that, Ace. So let's see if we could do that. And that could just be like spitting at the player directly. It doesn't have to be a random thing. So I think as an enemy, he should be grabbing the nearest target. I guess he doesn't really. That's fine. I can look at how like Dreadcap does that. It's called Mushroom Boss. Does he just literally get closest node? Yeah. So we could just say as long as he's above half size, then he's going to be trying to spit the poison clouds. I mean, that means there's only going to be 2 that are a threat like that, but it should be fine. So target's going to be whatever the closest player is. And then we'll just have a timer for him. Which is like poison timer. And we'll say every 4 seconds or something, we can tweak that value. Then say timeout, attached to spore. Above 35% would be interesting for his size. Well, the thing is, or yeah, we could do it like his second iteration or whatever also checks for it. We can say if factor is less than 0.5, then it stops working. So I guess if it's greater than or equal to 0.5 should work. Now we can say, yeah, just choose our, whatever our target position is. We're going to say var direction is angle to point target.global position. We'll also say if he actually has a target. Oh, we don't have that as a global. Let's do that. I'll just say it's a type of entity. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be an entity, so I'll just do that. So target's going to be that. I think sometimes this can return null. Yeah. Oops, wrong script down in here. So if target is a valid, we'll just say if target, yeah, that's fine. Then direction is going to be that, and we're going to say exact same thing we're doing up here, the projectiles. Let's just copy all of this stuff. So enemy projectile, it's going to have 0 damage. Basically, it's going to be the exact same projectile that Dreadcap has. So we could probably just copy that one. His poison function. Yeah, let's just honestly do that. So that should all work. And then poison timer will be auto start. And instead of linking it timeout to that, we just link it to poison on Spore. I think I can, yeah, this one, and then say poison timer timeout. Or I might have to save the script first, I think. Okay, so get rid of that. Apparently there's a variable called poison. Oh. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Poison, we'll say preload just in case. Poison cloud or poison scene. All right, now if I save this, I can just say, thank you, Ryan, I appreciate it. Oh, Alexa, fan on. You're getting way too hot. Burning to a crisp. I hope I didn't get sunburn. I was outside for a while today. I mean, it feels okay, kind of. I don't know. It's always hard to tell if it's a sunburn or if it's just like, I don't know. Okay, so every time that happens, it's going to play this. We're going to say if factor is that. Do all that stuff. And also, and is server. Yeah, we don't need to continually grab a target. That's kind of stupid to do it that way, honestly, because it's just bad for performance. So we don't need to do that at all, yeah. Alexa just reminded me I don't have a fan connected. Sorry about that. Imagine going back in time, giving a Persian emperor fully functioning, yeah, some smart devices. That'd be crazy. Even just something like a fan, it'd be like, oh my god. You're telling me I don't have to have slaves for this? I can just turn on a device? I think they had slaves that, like the guys with the big fans. It's pretty messed up that we would do that to people. Let's see, I'm just gonna do this. So factor is less than 0.5, we're just gonna say return. Same with if we're not server, return. If not player, return. There we go. And now we don't need all this extra fluff. Thank you for the cheese time. We don't have to worry about that one, probably. I guess Spore can have an attack range. What even is his attack range? I don't even know. Thank you for the cheese time, Ryan. It's 512? Oh my Grape Corp. Well, let's give Spore half that, maybe. Like 128. He doesn't need a huge range for that. Well, let's go a little bit longer. Let's get like 256. Okay. So this one we're going to be saying if the distance to the player is greater than the attack range return. So we're going to spawn a projectile, says position. We're going to set its spawn scene to poison cloud. Set the sprite override to that. Target is player at global position. Spawn properties, damage and lifespan. Projectile damage, lifespan 6 seconds. Projectile speed is 128. Projectile direction is direction to the player. And add it to the scene. Instead of doing get parent though, I'm going to say global.world.add child. So that should only happen on the server, because if it's not server, it just returns. So we should be good there. Alright, so he should spawn in a thing now. I could make him do like a little animation or like a frame of him going like, bleh, like he's spitting out a poison cloud at you. Because right now he has the laugh, which for some reason doesn't have a thing. Oh, it's probably because I have multiple laughs that I'm picking from. Yeah, laugh sounds. Yeah, those are his laughs. And then he has all the cries. Binding of Isaac cry. I like that one. All right. Yeah, the Spore voice clips are epic. Can't do it. All right, so he should spit out his poison clouds now. There is no kind of sound right now for it, though. Should it just be like a burp? Like, what kind of sound would Spore do for his poison cloud? Yeah. I just hurt my skin by scratching hard. We can do a... I don't know how to do a fake burp noise, but it'll be fine. Just... something. Pitch scale. And of course, this is going to be attached to his factor. So I think I want to say, how do I do that with his like laugh? Okay, apparently this is the function. This is wild. Is that really how it is? That just seems crazy. Well, I guess that's what it is. It's fine. So pitch scale will be that. And then he's just gonna do a big burp. Kind of want to go back and redo the fish bird sound at some point. I feel like I want to do vocoder stuff instead of what it is now. Yeah. You're welcome to. It's pretty easy for me to swap it out, so. Alright, so let's go ahead and record his burp. Something. It's gross, but... we could do a couple different ones. That'll be fine. Ugh. I'm so tired of using Premiere, guys. I want to use DaVinci. Should I try DaVinci again? That's it. No more Premiere. We're going to try and make DaVinci work. So the FL project, the mixing stuff for the Spore. Yeah, if you have that, that would be nice. So me having to recreate it. Do you want me to just send over the recordings then to you? I have sent them over. Is there a new update to DaVinci? Probably. DaVinci. All right, well, anyways, in the meantime, let's go ahead and test this out for real. Is there any kind of epic sound we should use for now? What's surprise? Oh, right. What about, these are all the sounds? I guess those are all the ones recently opened. Breeding ding? Just so I know it's playing the sound. Let's do, sure, that's fine for now. I updated it the other day. Oh, DaVinci? Yeah. Whoa. Gromulus Society. Okay, so how do I update it? It doesn't look like it has like an auto updater, does it? So you just have to re-download it every time? Oh yeah, they're on 20 now. Sheesh. Control Studio. What's the free one? Is he gonna say that I have to... Studio, I imagine, is the one that you have to buy, yeah. Let's just get this one. Are you kidding me? I guess I have to fill this out. Astroman 2, welcome in. How's it going? I have to legally give them my phone number? Not legally, but... So do I have to do this every single time I want to update it? Because that's kind of annoying. Is there no just like auto update? I don't know, I'll have to look that up. Oh, what? Did it install 2? Oh, I accidentally downloaded it twice. Do you have a mustache before? Is that new? I've had this for a little while now. I'd say like a couple, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months or something. Right? I don't know. But yeah. I think if you open a project and then click on DaVinci Resolve in top left, you can check for updates. Okay. Well, that'll be better then. It's almost done. Come on. Ugh. Let's just see if I can open. Okay, well, it's... Well, here, let's see if I can just update first before I have to redo everything. Can DaVinci for making YouTube videos? Mainly just for audio editing, because I use Premiere for that normally, but I hate Premiere. I'm tired of it. Update available. Okay. Well, it's fine then. Yeah, I just like using a DAW for, not a DAW, editing software for audio stuff. I just prefer it. This is what I'm used to. I could try and learn FL Studio, but I just, you know what, I don't care. I don't care enough, guys. That's the truth. All right, let's go see if this guy's burping now. Straight burping. Well, he's not gonna burp yet. He's just gonna go ding. The lazy bones. I know, I know. Found the coat, bro. I know, I know, I know. Oops. Enemy Spore. Oh, he's breaking out. Yeah, he does the burp. I didn't know he actually worked on my normal stuff. I guess he just does check for collision 1. He doesn't rely on, like, anything. Oh my god. It's definitely better now that he has less health, I think. So yeah, these guys are too small to do the poison cloud. Ooh. I probably will set a minor cooldown on the projectile just so he doesn't spawn in like 1,000. Because there are cases where he can end up in like a corner and just go and like spawn one in every frame, which I obviously don't want to happen. So it's crazy, dude. Spore is unleashed in my factory. Oh my god. Does get real fast, doesn't he? Do WAV for SFX. The only thing I really do a GG for is just like long things like the music and stuff. WAV is better for like really short sounds because since it's completely uncompressed, it means that the time it takes to load the sound in game and play it is way faster. Like it's less better for performance. And since it's so short, like size kind of doesn't matter at all. So camera zoom is a headache inducing. There's an option in the accessibility settings to turn that off. I think it's tied to screen shake right now. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe one day I'll separate that out into 2 effects, one for screen shake and then one for zooming. Get over here, Spore. He's annoying. There you go. Yeah, this is a weird scenario because I'm getting hit like every 2 seconds. Normally you would die instantly and then life, you know, it's fine. But right now it's just a weird setup. There we go. All right. So theoretically I can fight Spore here, but it kind of sucks because I guess I could make an enclosure for him. That would be crazy. Let's do that. And just lock him in here so he can't mess with me anymore. And then I can just use the fence gate. Boom. And now I can summon Spore in here. Oh my god. He's insane. This is why I want to add a little bit of a cooldown to the collision projectiles, because if he ends up doing this kind of stuff where he's colliding, you know, continually, it's gonna be bad. Especially if we break him. it gets pretty insane. Like this. Oh, God. Oh. This is an insane number of guys. Oh boy. Community club, should I also put them in dev chat? It doesn't really matter, but yeah, if you want to, sure. Just so we have a history of the... How did he get out? I guess they can actually go through the fences. It's fine. Or he could have, like, spawned in a weird way that made him eject out. I don't know. It's probably fine. Epic. Let's see what these sound like. Yeah, those will work. Are these sounds normalized? I presume they are, right? Okay, good. Just making sure. I can't believe that I have to rename them with underscores. Ugh. It's okay. It's fine. I just like to not have gaps because then when I'm actually programming this stuff in, it's faster. And, like, I don't get weird problems. Because, like, if you have a reference to something that has a space, now it's going to treat it as two separate things. You have to put quotes around it like that. It's just better to not have spaces in file names. So that's all the burp. Spore burp. 1. Just don't know how you say it. It's all good. It's fine, I guess. Whatever. I know. Okay, so then we're gonna pick a random one. Dot stream is equal to burps. Bar burps. It's gonna be all this stuff. I do worry about these being on load. I mean, I doubt that's any cause for concern. It's probably okay. All right. I wish I didn't name my folder sound effects with a space. And I reference it so many times. I mean, I could probably rename it, but it would be quite the venture. All right. Anyways, burps. So I was gonna pick a random burp. Set the pitch scale. Let's go ahead and see what this sounds like now. Oh, what do I want here? I guess I'll do all this stuff. I should have my little prison for him built already. Yes. Yes. The Spore prison. Big burp. I'll probably make his burp noise a little quieter. That's too quiet. Minus 5 decibels. That's probably good. And then as he shrinks, it should get higher pitch. And these guys don't burp. Oh. Oh god. Okay. See, I think one keeps squeaking out through the gate, which is fine. It's not gonna happen normally. Get over here! Come on. Oh my leap gorp, dude. The projectiles are not random, no. I have it set up so that they're tangential to the face that he is colliding with. And the reason for that is because if I spawn them right on his position in a random direction, what's going to happen is, since they can spawn like in the wall, so they just instantly go away. It's better to do it this way. And it's probably a little more reliable anyways, or like easier for the player to predict. In practice, it's kind of basically completely random. It's kind of hard to pick up the patterns, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. I don't think them being truly random actually makes anything better. It works, it works. Amen to that, brother. Where did I get all these items? Well, I guess these are for my old weapon. I got 17 sport trophies. Oh boy. Oh, what have I done? No. Okay, we're good. Alrighty. I mean, that's basically it for his stuff. We just have to make sure it all works on multiplayer. I have no idea what's going to happen on multiplayer. It's probably going to be a little broken. So, we're going to have to fix all that. Because his little children components will spawn in on the server side. But the problem is that down in here where I'm setting their info, it's not going to get synced. And that's kind of the problem. Because I'm setting child factor, position, start entity, and room reference. None of that's going to actually, you know, happen. So, have to figure out what we're going to do for that. I mean, I could sync all this, you know, on the multiplayer synchronizer, but it's a little annoying. Then that means room reference would have to be an export variable, which is a little scuffed. Actually, room reference we don't need to sync for clients, so that's okay. Start entity, we do want to sync. And then factor is the thing that we have to sync, right? So we can go ahead and, oh god, what have I done? I zoomed by accident. Now everything is dead. Is there a way to just not hold control and then zoom and just type in a number for my zoom level? Oh. Probably right here. Okay. Good to know. Cooking another roast. Nice. I'm gonna make that, charcoal barbecued shrimp tonight, so that's gonna go hard. Scream. Yeah. So now factors an export variable. So what we're gonna do is on the spawner, We're going to sync on Spore, Factor, on Change. And I think that's the only... We will have to sync Start Entity, but actually I don't know if we need to, because I think the only thing that matters with Start Entity is just on the server. Yeah. So we don't even need to sync that. We don't need to sync Room Reference. So I think theoretically this should now work with multiplayer. It's hard to say for sure, but hopefully it does. And on hit, that stuff should only happen if we are the server and stuff. Hopefully. We don't need to delete the shrooms anymore. Crit projectiles should only happen on the server, yes. Make sure I get the fresh lemon for those. Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna make a shrimp carbonara. So we're gonna make like a sauce and then put the shrimp on noodles, you know? It'll be pretty good. Oh yeah, then current HP less than 0 split. That's fine. Looks like that's already set up properly. Alright, I think we should be okay then. Hopefully. Oh. Well, let's give it a try. I need that play animation function with the time and stuff. Or for like all entities. Should do that. Oh. My side kind of hurts right now. Is that kind of my stomach? But not? I don't know. Wish I could tell. I wish teleportation was real. Roast and scrimp would bang. Dude, it would. That would go hard. It's okay, one day. Just making sure everything in here is good. The only other thing I would kind of like to do is that when he does his burp, he's gonna like go, yeah, you know, have a new sprite. So I might go draw that really quick for him. Should be pretty easy. Fortune game sprites. Go grab Spore. Spore. Where is Spore? There he is. And I can kind of use like the laugh or the scream as a reference. Now, is his tongue pink or red or pink or purple? I don't know. I think I remember giving him a tongue. Oh, yeah. I guess it's purple. Here, I could probably just, like, kind of copy this. Just boom. Paste it on top. And then mirror horizontal. And now just clean it up. This will work. It's gonna be the big boys games Thanksgiving, dude. Yeah. Scrim pot roast, green beans, mashed potatoes. I'm also really hungry. That does sound pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. How's this guy's tongue work? I guess like that. Now, the color is Wacky Wingo. Because you should be using... Let's just merge flare below. And then we want to do this color for here. But I'll probably change it up a little bit. Maybe some minor anti-aliasing. Tongue needs to be bigger. I can. Oh, it's merged on the layer. It's over. It's too late. I can't do anything. It's fine. I can push his tongue down a lot more. Here, just temporarily, let's do this. Eee, yucky. Imagine anti-aliasing. Okay. Alright, so we got that. There's like global fill option. Yeah, there it is. Let's just draw it out now. Like this? Like the big tongue? Yeah. Wider at the tip. Yeah. Let's see, it'll probably be like that. I think that's how dog tongues are. Maybe not as long. Like that. This guy. That's okay. Like draped. Yeah. And that'll kind of be done with the lighting too. Like that. Yeah. All right. That should be good enough for that color. Then we got... Oh. Wrong color. Let's do that. This is all going to be a kind of cast in darkness up there. All right. And then he'll have some shadows. Some Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow Man. Shadow referenced. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that'll work. It's like he's making fun of you almost, you know? I think the tongue needs to be a little bit wider at the base, though. Like, I feel like it should kind of extend out, fill his entire mouth. Yeah, I kind of like this a little bit. That'll probably work. And I guess since this is the side of his face, this would actually be, like, not highlighted. But then it'll continue being highlighted down here where it comes back up. Yeah. Yeah. That'll work. And when he's doing this, should I, like, make his eyes bulge out? I can't tell if they're already bulged out in this state. I need to compare it against the base Spore. 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 Where is Spore? Spore. I do not see Spore. There he is. Yeah, his eyes are already bulged out, so... It'll be fine. I know. It's fine. Spore burp. Okay. So how do I want to do this? Or I guess I could just add an animation, call it burp, get sprites, spore, 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 spore burp, and then set it to like 0.5 frames per second so that it lasts for 2 seconds. I think I'm a freaking genius. Alright, so anyways, in here, when we do this, we're going to say animation player, no, main sprite.play. Burp. And then is that all we need to do in there? Or is there more stuff? I guess that's it. So we're gonna say main sprite dot animation finished dot connect connect one shot, and this will be a little baby function. We're gonna say if main sprite dot animation is equal to burp, then main sprite dot animation dot play default. Yeah, thank you for the spin. I wonder if Spore should have an animation. Maybe one day I'll redo Spore as a 3D object. So, yo, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. And for the spin. Much appreciated. Alright, hopefully this will work now. Let's give it a try. Speaking of Reworking Spore, I saw a game recently on Steam that was like a new clone slash take on Spore. I think I might have seen that too. Spore clone game. Spore-like games. Was it this one? No, this one's still in development. But this is literally Spore. I think it had world in the name. Maybe there's like more games like this. Planetary Life? No. I know the one you're talking about, though. I can't remember what it was called. Could be Planetary Life? Yeah, I thought it was called that, but I don't see it in here. Let's check that out. That might be the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the one I saw on Steam. Yeah. This one looks interesting. Yeah, it is basically Spore. But there's some interesting stuff in here that is not in regular Spore. I think this might be more of a like a less so literally Spore, but like manipulate the climate and add plants. It's more of a sandbox kind of thing versus what Spore is. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Kind of more of a like, yeah, Creatures Vault. I feel like I've seen this quite a bit, actually. I feel like I've seen some YouTube videos on this. But yeah. Remember when they added a bunch of DRM protections to Spore to prevent piracy and ended up being the most pirated game at the time? Yeah, man. I remember you had to like log into your account to even play. I don't remember what my account was called or anything. Welcome to DaVinci setup. Let's set up DaVinci. Okay, let's see if Spore works properly. So we should go when he burps. Let's see if it works. And then if he starts laughing, it should override his burp. Uh-oh. Oh. Stupid. Whoopsies, T. That looks pretty good. So he burps for like 1 second and then goes back. Yeah. That'll work. Got bad breath. Something's got me thinking of that true wisdom gift. Yeah. Sounds crazy. Kill them all. I gotta find that now. Tree of Wisdom. Ah! With tongue sticking out. Oh! Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, it's crazy. This installer is making the game run funny, I think. Did the installer break everything? Okay, it's fine. Are we good then? So, do I have like a new... Or is it still just going to launch this one? Or will this still launch 20? I don't know, guys. Let's find out. Okay, we're gaming. Yeah, this is something that really interested me, is like all the ripple stuff. I think they improved some audio stuff finally. I had issues before. So I'm excited to try it out, actually. Continue. Great, you're ready to start. Yes, my name is Da Vinci. Da Vinci Resolve. I bet that other guy got out still. What are the odds? No, he didn't. Yeah, that's what you deserve, Spore. That even is your real name. Alright, Da Vinci's open. Let's go back to our project, the Baba. Let's just make a new project. Baba Prime. What has Da Vinci resolved, though? I have no idea. That's a good question. Yeah, you can check for updates. Preferences. Whoa. I should probably, I wish I could turn the key. I think there is an option for that in preferences for, user preferences. And editing, like, controls is what I want, not control panels. Unless that's an entirely different tab. It might be. File? Workspace. Keyword manager. Keybind. Yeah, I'm looking for it. Fairlight, color, fusion, playback, view. File, edit. Oh, keyboard customization. Do they have like a preset that lets me just import like Premiere? Oh yeah, dude. We're freaking gaming. Save. Close. All right. Hopefully this works better for me now. We'll have to find out. What is this? It's cut mode. What is like the normal mode that I want to use here? I guess edit mode? Okay, I guess there's different modes. Why is this all the way out at an hour? The Premiere preset isn't the most accurate, but changing it is easy enough. Okay. I'll just have to use it. Cut mode is like a normal timeline. Okay. Yeah, edit mode has got all the transitions and stuff. This is a magic mode, fusion mode. Okay. There's a color stuff mode. Fairlight, which I guess is for audio or something. Oh, you mean edit mode. Okay. Deliver. That's like the export tab. Okay. So this is just like my tools over there, yeah. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty normal. Let's throw something in and just mess around. See if we can edit really quick. Do I have any videos on my... Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, this is just normal. What is this over here, though? Like, what am I looking at over here? This is just source. Can I just hide this tab? Because I kind of don't care. Yeah, I want to change my single display. Ooh. Viewer overlay. No. Timeline viewer. Oh. Is it that? No. Might be in workspace, yeah. Show page. I want all those. Show panel workspace. Show active panel. Dual screen. Primary display. Viewer mode. Single viewer mode. There we go. That's better. I just hope that, like, the audio stuff is fixed. If I can scroll through here and the audio goes to where the playhead is, that's all I desire. So let's record some audio really quick and see if I can, like, map it to this and edit it. Whoa, look at me, spinning around. I'm snoozing because I had a big long day of selling my baked goods and I'm so tired that I'm snoozing on my chair. I'm going to fall off. I'm going to fall off. I'm leaning back. I'm going to fall off of this island. Goodbye, everybody. Okay. Let's see if this works. See, how do I cut? I can't press C to cut, so that's just immediately wrong. Is it blade edit mode? Yeah. And V doesn't work either for selection. This isn't Premiere at all. Okay. Ah, yes. This seems a lot better for the audio stuff, so I'm glad. Whoa, look at me, spinning around. I'm snoozing because I had a big long day of selling my baked goods and I'm so tired that I'm snoozing on my chair. I'm going to fall off. I'm going to fall off. I'm leaning back. I'm going to fall off of this. Okay, yeah, that works. See, this is the thing that it didn't have before, I think, where if you would scroll through the audio, it wouldn't, like, play it accurately. It was so frustrating. Just the audio would constantly be out of sync as I'm trying to edit. So I, like, make a cut, and then the audio is from 2 seconds ago, and I'm like, what am I even on? What is playing right now? You know, it's so annoying. But this seems to be really nice and accurate. It's already running better than Premiere. I can just, like, instantly play. There's no waiting. I think by default delete is a ripple delete if you want to press backspace to delete a selected clip. Okay. Well, I have to have 2 clips, right? Yeah, I probably want to turn that off. How do I do that? Workspace again? Viewer mode. Maybe that's an edit. Ripple cut? Oh, the keybind editor. Delete clip. Edit. Delete selected. Oh, ripple delete. Well, ripple delete's set to shift backspace. Oh, or delete. Okay, so just get rid of that. Delete selected, I actually like having set to delete. Call it epic. Let's see if that works now. Yeah, there we go. That's the normal delete that I want. You can click on the key at the top and it shows you what it does. Okay. So I can go into... Oh, like if I just press the key on my keyboard, it goes to the thing that it is. Yeah, okay, that's what you mean. That's pretty cool. Yeah, delete current node, and then delete should just be... That's actually really useful. Yeah, delete selected. Cool, dude. It's pretty sick. Whoa, look at me, spinning around. I'm snoozing because I had to... Now how do I want to make it go faster. Can I do that normal? Is it R for... No. How do I speed up the clip? Can I just right click and say, like speed? Clip attributes, audio, time code. Oh. I don't know. Is that what trim edit mode is? No. Blade edit mode. Dynamic trim. Yeah. Here, let me go look at the keybind for it. Just look for stretch. Time. Clip speed. Retime. It's Control R. Oh. Then can I just set the speed down here? Oh, there we go. But it's not redoing... Or can I just group these together? Where is it? Link clips. Now, if I do that... It's not changing the audio with it. Am I doing the wrong bind? That's odd. Drag the bar at the top of the clip. That's what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. But that just cuts it. Right? Okay. Do I have to also grab that one? What? What? Top of the clip, the bar. I know this isn't... This is compressing it. These two clips should be grouped to each other, linked to each other. So why does it not work? Is there a different kind of link that I need to do? There is this one, which is good. Well, I tried to do it, but when I click Control R on that one, it doesn't, like, do it. It just does it for this one. But the clips are linked to each other now, so it should be doing it as one clip, right? Little quirky. I might have to research this and figure out what's going on. I can, like, change the speed. Change. I mean, I can just change the speed of both of these individually, but that is kind of annoying. No, that's not the one I... Okay, well, linking clips doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe linking is not the same as, like, grouping or something, and I have to figure out a different way to do that. So we'll see.
Whoa, look at me spinning around. I'm snoozing because I had a...
Okay, whatever. Well, I'll mess with this another time. But I'm glad they fixed their weird, wacky audio lag. It means I'll actually use it for stuff now. So yeah. Alright, well, Spore theoretically should work on multiplayer. Let's give it a try. I am syncing all this stuff, right? We got spawn on factor. I think that's the only other thing that needs to sync, so. Let's go into debug multiple instances and see if it works now. The only thing I think is going to be a little bit broken in here is this animation for when he does the burp. And that's because it's not set as an RPC. I need to fix that. Well, let's restart the game. Because all these other ones are fine. Laugh and slam effect. So this is the thing. I need to say function burp. And this is where we do all this stuff. Then I say burp.rpc, and that's because this poison function only gets ran on the server, so call local. That should be good. Let's try this. Okay, loading to the game. Then let's load into the game on this one. Oh, well, I messed up. I have to go manual, host save game, autosave one. Oops, wait. Wait. Manual, blah, 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 host save game, autosave one. And now on this one, local host, make sure I can connect. We are gaming. All right, so now if I spawn Spore in on the server over here, looks like he spawns in normal. I can see the projectile spawning in. The burp appears to be adequate. But let's mute it on the server. Just make sure I'm hearing the right things over here. Yeah, looking good. So if I split him now, I just want to make sure that he does actually, you know, split for real. Okay, so that's one thing that was not fixed or not synced on multiplayer is the scale of the new guy. Yeah, so we had to fix that. It's not a huge deal. Actually, I think split is a function that is... Yeah. We can just go into split. And then right here where we say scale is that for this guy. We actually just say that instead now. So you should split properly. The factor's already synced. So that should just fix the scale not being reset for the one on the client. So if I kill both of these guys, they should both now shrink for the client. He still didn't seem to. Let's go ahead and restart the game really quick and just make sure. The split does happen on the client, right? Should. Maybe it's because what's happening is it's not actually setting the new factor on the client. I think that's the problem. So we'll just do that so that it does actually do the factor change. And then the speed doesn't matter. So I think that'll fix it. Just continue autosave 1. Connect on localhost. Let's go get ready to spawn them in. Seems to have not connected. I'll try rejoining. I might have joined a little bit too early or something. Or I spelled localhost wrong. It's odd. Might just be that the autosave is not, hasn't saved the multiplayer stuff. It's probably what it is. Okay, guess we're good. A little bit quirky. Oops. Alright, so we got Big Spore. Now, if I kill Big Spore, he should shrink on the client. Yes, he does. I don't know why that guy double shrunk, though. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's because Factor has to do that before this stuff happens. Well, we can just say Factor is the new factor of our current factor. Then that's fine. Yeah, why complicate it? Okay, so that should all be fixed now. The only thing that's still broken wacky with Spore is the health problem, the health bar. So I think if we just change that, then the new Spore rework will be done. So I do need to start making a change log of all our 0.15 changes. Worked. Spore to split instead of spawning moon shrooms. Seems like with video clips with audio already linked, the time stretch works fine with the audio, but if you link a new audio clip after then, it doesn't work. There's a different thing in the audio editor for time stretching. Okay. Well, I probably won't be doing that super often anyways. I mean, it's probably okay. But it's weird that it doesn't work, though. I don't know why it would be like that. You'd think it would just link up and be fine, but apparently not. Okay, so she'll be good. And then let's figure out his health stuff. Basically, I think I'm just gonna do, I wonder if I could just calculate the properly displayed health in here. I also think every single time that a new Spore moves by, it's probably gonna reset the audio. So let's actually see what that does, if it does do that. Finally uploaded the Minesweeper clone to itch. I feel so good to release something after so long. Awesome. If you want to post the link in here, I'd love to check it out. Bet if you put the audio and the video in a nest, it would work? Probably, yeah. I'm sure there's ways to get around it. I'm not super worried about it or anything. So did this launch as a multiplayer session? It should have. No, it's still a single player session. I wonder if the auto-saving stuff is not saving... Yeah, I guess an autosave does not save multiplayer settings, which is interesting. Epic. Let's check it out. Whoa. This looks epic. Is like the difficulty. I do wish there was a volume slider. Whoa. Oh. Oh, middle click to add and remove flags. Okay. I just pressed the wrong button. We'll do an easy one. Yeah, it is quite loud. I'm just gonna mute the site. But the sounds are epic. I do love them. Oh, come on. I keep... No. If you accidentally right-click, it's like muscle memory, then you die. That sucks. Middle click. Sheesh. It's been a little while since I've played Minesweeper. So that one has 1, which means that one's safe. Which also means that one's safe. Which 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 means that one is dangerous. So now things get harder. Three. Well, then these have to be bad. And that's 2. And that's 2, which means that one is safe and that one's bad. So if this one's on 2, it's either one of these. But that one would mean that it's that one. So that one's... No, I messed up. Let's try again. Let's try again. Okay, I instantly died. Let's try again. Okay. We can work with this. Oh, I blundered. I'm stupid. I made an assumption that wasn't true. That one's bad. Which means that one has to be bad. And if that one's on 2... Okay, that one's bad. So that has to have 2, so it's either that or that. So it could be any of those. But it would make sense if that one was 3. Ooh. Ooh. It's all just 1. So that one has to have 2, so I know these 2 are bad. That one has to have 2. Which means it could be the corner. But if that one has 1, I guess it could be there. Whew. I made a guess, and it paid off. So then I know that that one is bad for sure. And I know that one... Yeah, that one's probably okay. So this could be there and there. Oh. Oh. Then those are bad. And that one's okay. There we go. Some info. That one's bad. So these 2 are okay. So if this has 2, I know that one's bad for sure. If this one was bad, I mean, it could be. I can't middle click? Oh, I've just reached the number, the maximum number of flags. Is that a thing? And regular Minesweeper? I guess so, yeah. So the question is, which one is bad? Well, I know these 2 for sure are bad. Yeah. So I just need to figure out this line here. I know there's at least one over here. Right. Well, here's the thing. If that one's 1, then it would have to be at least 1 down here. And if that one's 2, could be that that one's bad. I blundered. Let's retry again. I gotta win at least once. Let's just get ourselves some stuff here. I kind of suck at Minesweeper, guys. Milkclick keeps bringing up the scroll thing. Oh yeah. It would be nice to have a... Or I guess you can't really download this, can you? Because it's not a... it's not like Godot. Oh, classic. Oh. Oh, if only I got that. Oh my god. Yeah, isn't it? I'm pretty sure in regular Minesweeper it's actually impossible to die from the first click. So maybe just that would be a nice little quality of life thing. Yeah, because I think how it works is that it generates the map after you've placed your first click, I believe. And so it tries to generate one where the spot that you've clicked is not a bomb. Whoa. But yeah, just like a little minor thing. Then that one has to be bad, which means that one's okay. But it's kind of extra, you know, it's not like super necessary. So that one's 2. That means that one's... What? Oh. Yeah, I guess. Okay. It could have also been bad. I have to win, or I'm gonna be a fool. I'm gonna be a stupid idiot. Yeah, I'll try. Okay, so that one's 2. This one's only 3. So it could be there. Now we'll show 1. Could be there. Now we'll have 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that one has 5, then I know this one is safe. What? I think I'm stupid, guys. I think that's the problem. Are the ones if it has a bomb near it, all other surrounding tiles are free of bombs? Yeah. Oh. Oh. So I know that that one's... Yeah, so all other tiles around it would be free. I'll have to add the first click thing 100%. Yeah, it'd be nice. Come on, give me something. Oh, yeah. Then I should be good on both of these. Okay. Boom. Then that one's free. And that one's bad for sure. This one already has 2. So I know that these 2 are safe. And this one has 1, which means these 2 are safe. And this one has 1, which means that one's safe. Yeah, we're gaming. Then this one has 1, which means this one has to be bad. And that one has to be free. And since this one has 2, we're good there. Since that one has 1, that one's free. Okay. That one has to be bad. So that one has 2. That one already has 1. So I know that both of those are safe. And then that has to be a bomb. I can't click it. Oh, I just won. Okay. Okay. It probably played some kind of audio thing, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I highly recommend adding a little volume slider somewhere. I feel like that's just a standard quality of life thing for games. Even if it's a little game, I still would love... Especially, I think the big problem is that it's web, because for me to change the volume on the game, I have to, like, go into my mixer and change it there, because there's no other way to do it. Which is kind of, you know, not the best. So yeah, volume slider would be pretty nice. I don't need to add all the flags to just uncover old non-bombs? Okay. Yeah, I guess the flags are mainly for me, right? I mean, I don't have to flag it, but it's just helpful. Well, now that I got the you know, the fact that old tiles around, that's a better way of thinking about it. This gets a lot easier now. Because like that one has there, so I know that one's safe. And stuff like that. I'm on a Chrome. No, Chrome does not have a volume slider. So, it's pretty annoying. I don't think it does. Well, I know Opera GX has one, but I think that's like literally the only one I know of. Safari does not. I don't think Firefox does, but it's been a long time since I've used Firefox, so it might. You're on Chrome? Well, you must have like a plugin or something then. Unless it's because it's muted? No. Because I'm pretty sure native Chrome does not have it. I mean, there's this. I guess always allow. Then does that give me a... That's tab search. I don't know. Well, I don't know why mine wouldn't, then. The button left to the user icon. Well, yeah, I don't have a volume slider. There's tab search. But that's not what I want. Interesting. I have it. The button left of... Do you mean right of the user icon? The customize button? Am I crazy? Left is tab search. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Maybe there's the ability to add it somewhere? I have no idea. Let me look it up. Chrome volume slider. Everybody says you have to have an extension for it. Looks like a musical note. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't know. No, I do not have that, so I don't know. I'm gonna have, like, over here. I don't know. It's probably an extension, because I don't think the global media controls. Let me look that up. I don't know why I would have disabled it at some point, but I can go to, you know, Chrome flags, just make sure it's there. Then media. Hardware media key handling is default. I can just force it to be enabled. And then refresh the page. No. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to work for me. I just don't seem to have it. Windows, come on. Be in settings, I can go browse through and see. Audio. Media. There's just nothing in there. Volume. Sound. I don't know. Do I have like a weird version of Chrome or something? I just have Chrome. I'm on the newest update. There's Global Media Control's updated UI. I could try that. Enabled. And then relaunch Chrome. I can try that. Yeah, it's just really odd that I don't have it for some reason. Did that do it? No. Oh. I don't know what the deal is. I would like to have it though. Wouldn't that be kind of nice? I mean, I just don't know what I need to do to make it happen. Hardware media key handling. I can go to that flag. I can force it to be enabled and then relaunch. Let's give it a try. Still just doesn't work. I don't know what's up. Do I want to purposely disable it or something? Maybe that's the thing, is that it's trying to do it through my keyboard or something. No. It's quite confusing, guys. Yeah, that's the one that I see in here, the updated UI. I have it forced to enable, but it's just not working. I have no idea. Do I need to reinstall Chrome or something? Why would I not have it? Just seems really odd. Global media controls. I don't know. I don't know why I don't have it. Maybe I need to reinstall Chrome or something. This is very strange. I love when I right click and then die. It's so cool. Oh. Yeah, I'll have to look into that more. There must be something wrong with my Chrome or something. I don't know. Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. What? Oh. Okay, that one's 2, so it has to be that one, which means that one's safe, which means that one's bad. That one's safe. That one's bad. 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 Safe. Safe, safe. Bad, bad. Safe. Safe. Bad. Safe, 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 bad. We're gaming. Yeah, that's the one that I enabled. But same top left one is good? Yeah. I think it is, right? Did I win? Oh, you mean it's not a bomb. So this one here? Well, that one has to be a bomb. That one has to be a bomb. Yeah, because the twos. Those two have to be bombs. Oh yeah, then no, you're right. So this one has to be safe then, right? Yeah, now we win. Okay, I blundered. Yeah, this is a fun little game though. It's gonna frustrate me why I don't know why I don't have the volume slider. Maybe I just do need to reinstall Chrome. I've had Chrome for eons. Basically, I've had Chrome ever since I've been like 5, dude. I used to use Internet Explorer because I was stupid, and then I was like, what's this Chrome browser I've been hearing about? And I've had it ever since. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for playing. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for sharing the link. Appreciate it. Alright, well, we got Spore working. Let's fix his health slider, because that's still quite broken. What? Did you figure it out, Ace? I think it only works on sites like YouTube? Let me go to YouTube and see then. Oh. Well, there it is. Yeah, I don't have a slider, like a volume slider, but... I mean, that's because YouTube has it in here. Interesting. Yeah, no slider, just mute. Yeah, because it has the... Well then, I wonder why it doesn't work on itch. Anyways, my point is, not everybody has a volume slider for every single website on their browser, so I recommend adding a slider, even if it's redundant. It's still a good idea to have one. Because what if somebody's playing on Internet Explorer or something? Hopefully they're not, but I doubt that has any slider tech. Oh, that could be why you guys are seeing the volume slider, maybe. Like if you have Twitch open on the stream, it's gonna show up slider, maybe. Like, because that shows up. And then does that allow... Like if I'm on a different tab, does it hide it? No, it still shows it. And then if I go back to the website... See, it still shows the thing. It doesn't let me change the volume here, but... It just goes back to that. Interesting. Well, I don't know. It's weird on Chrome. You'd think it'd just be a per tab volume slider, but I guess it has to like signal that it's playing. Yeah, maybe it has to be a constant audio thing. I'm not really sure how Chrome decides that. Unless there's some flag or maybe it's checking for specific like HTML elements. I have no idea. No idea, guys. Chrome is an enigma. I know, it is stupid. I don't know why it's like doing it like that. I don't know. I can't tell if it's just my Chrome or if it's, you know, who knows. But whatever. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll move away from Chrome. It's just, it's a process. It's all set up and configured just how I want it. But yeah. Once they completely disallow ad blockers on their extension store, then that's the day that I stop using Chrome. So it'll be fine. Just all the newest Chrome's the same. Okay. Yeah. Wacky. So this is where the health stuff for the player is set. I'm just gonna go ahead and say if our closest boss is Spore. And maybe one day I can make this work for different entity types, but I don't care right now, I just want to make it work. So we're gonna say for I in entity list. Say var closest HP 0. Closest HP plus equals I dot current HP, and then closest HP divide by closest by essentially this dot size. Now the only problem with this method though, it won't really make any sense. I don't know how I'm gonna figure out what this actually needs to be. It's gonna be complicated. Because like after I kill Spore once, then his health is set back to full. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I think what I might need to do is calculate how many different iterations he's going to have. And then based off of that info, that's how we can calculate his total maximum health across all of the potential spores. Thank you for the hydrate. It's the only way it's going to make any sense. Otherwise, you're going to kill him, and then his health goes back up to full again. Does that make any sense? I don't think so. That's going to be like jittering around. Then what's the point, you know? So let's not do it this way. I think we'll just do this. Calculate total health up here. And what's his like maximum? But it's so complicated because I have to know. Yeah, I have to know how many spores can exist and how many spores have existed. This is the thing. And I have to somehow like, oh, dear God. I guess we need two new things, which is var total max HP. Or something like that. But even that doesn't work. Okay, this is more complicated than I thought. Because the problem is, if I kill one spore, I think what I need to do is just make the... No, because that does... Every idea that pops in my head, I instantly realize why it doesn't work. Oh, God. I could do it based off the number of spores, but that doesn't work. I could do static variable, but I'm just trying to think, like, how do I make a static variable work? Because there's so many different, like, scenarios I have to take into account. Because, okay, we have, like, initial spore, and he has his own health. So his health drops all the way. He spawns 2 more spores, and then their health comes back, but only at the health of their factor. So if I have the factor set to 1.5, and let's say their health is 50, then it's going to be 50 divided by 1.5 for each of them. And see, that adds up to 66. So technically the total health with each iteration is increasing, right? This is the problem. But then if I like go down this route of killing all these guys first, then how do I know, like, it's just so complicated. Because this is how the branching is. So the thing is you could theoretically do one branch completely and kill all of them, and then you still have this guy. I just have to keep track of, like... brain hurt. I could get a total maximum health of all potential spores, right? And then just whenever their health gets dropped, I lower it. But the problem with that is if health ever goes back up, it's not going to accurately reflect the bar. I know it doesn't normally in vanilla gameplay, but you can, like, shoot them with the Seasons Right weapon projectile, which would start to increase their health. So it gets really weird. Ugh. But I think that's the only way it's probably going to work. I guess if they ever heal, then I'll just add it back up. So... well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't know if it's... because healing, the way that that works is... it's not easy for me to check when that's been changed, right? Because we have, like... I think that's calculated inside of here with, like, effect. Apply effect. So, like, inside of the regeneration effect, for example... I'm just straight up saying HP plus equals. I guess what I could do is add a set and get signal on HP in case that's ever changed. Or really current HP. Wherever that is. There it is. So I could do a set and get. Or I guess I don't need a get, but just a set. Is that how you do it? Something like this. I forget how to do it. It's like you put another... oh yeah. I think I do it like that. Okay, I do need another indented block. Yeah. Then we say current HP is the new value, and I can have some signals here. We do have damage taken, but I'll just have a signal HP changed. I'll specifically say current HP changed. And then just emit that, say... I do wish I could, know the difference, though. Or I guess I could omit the difference. So we could just say var difference is current HP minus value. We want to say the new HP minus the current HP. And then we set it, and then we say dot emit with our difference. I guess that works. And then what I can do over here is just keep track of total max HP and total current HP. Set those both to static. I do have to figure out, though, what that needs to calculate to. which is not really as easy as you'd think. One thing I would like to sync here, though, we have current HP. I'm going to be changing the maximum HP as well, I think. So I'm going to... Do I even have that as a sync variable? I do not. Well, it doesn't really matter what their maximum HP is. It kind of does, though. Well, I think HP is handled on the server anyways, so I'm just going to go ahead and down when I spawn these guys in and set their new HP. That's actually up and ready. Oh, well then it'll be fine. Right here. Say HP is HP times factor. Just say times equals factor. Oh, I can't type. I then say current HP is equal to HP. So that should work for that. I guess that technically doesn't have to be server side. Just in case I want to display the health of the individual guys, so. And then all this stuff by default will be 0. Say if start entity. We're going to be recalculating what these are supposed to be. So how do I guess I can just hard code what it should be. So we'll just do it for each tier. I don't know if there's a super easy way to do this. There might be, actually. Because what's the difference between 50 and 66.6667? Divided by 50. It's going to be 1.333. What is that? It's like 2 over 3? 3 over 2? 4 over 3? It might just be x to the power of 4 over 3. Let's see if that's true. So, at 0 it's 50. At 1, that's not correct. So it's not that. I know that there's a way that we could calculate this cleanly, I think. So Rose might have died and gone to heaven. Let's go. Oh, is the problem that it's... I have to start at 50? I think that's the problem. So 50 to the power of 1 over 4. Or 3 over 4, whatever it was. But that's not the right number. Oh, it's 4 over 3. Hold on. No, this is not the right number. So we don't want to... Because, I mean, I guess what we're doing is multiplying it. Yeah. So how do we... I guess to the power of x. So at 50, it's 50. And then, here, let's just do some test values. 50, then it's 66.7. At the second iteration, theoretically, it's 88. Let's check and see if that's valid. So then we take each of those 66.666667. We multiply it, or divide it by 1.5. So we end up with that times 2. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that actually works out. Because if we have one individual guy, that's 33.3, divided by 1.5. That leaves us with 2022 times 8 guys. Or not 8 guys, 4 guys. Yeah, so this actually works. So that's how we're going to calculate it. And then X is just the number of iterations that we can fully end up doing. So I think he can go... Let's just figure out what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So his final maximum health will be 158. I think that makes sense. And we can actually just say HP times power 4/3 number of iterations. And then we say total current HP is equal to total max HP. And now each time that we deal damage to them, we just subtract the amount of damage that's caused. So now we're just going to say current HP change.connect function, you know. Now the problem is that I only want to do the actual amount of damage, though, that we actually took. Because if, like, your health is already near 0 and then it deals 20 damage or whatever, you're not going to be applying all of that damage. So I think what we just want to say is... Let's see here. Can we just do mod? Because we have, like, 40 mod 2. It won't show me modulo calculator. So if we have like 50 mod 20, that should end up with well, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I could just check if it's greater than... Yeah, we'll just say... also, this has to have change. If total current HP minus change is less than 0, right? Or greater than our HP. Which means that that change has pushed us either below our boundary or past it. Or change will be plus, because it's, yeah. Then instead what we're going to say is... So let's see, if we add it and it becomes negative... It's fine for when it's negative, but when it's positive, we actually want to use less. I guess these can be two separate scenarios, it's not a big deal. Then we just say total current HP plus equals change. Using max HP. Yeah, we could do it that way. The only other thing, though, is clamping it for when it's like healing. So say that we have a maximum health of 60 or 50 or whatever, and our current HP is 49, and we've just added plus 5 change. I have to know the difference between those two. I guess in that case, I could just clamp it the maximum to 50 minus 49, which is the difference between that and maximum health. That should actually be okay, I think. Let's see. So let's say clamp F. our change 0. Maximum will be our total current HP. So that's like our first pass. So if our change is... Well, that's the thing. It's going to be negative. So it doesn't actually doesn't really work. I mean, I can make the maximum or the minimum negative total current HP, but then I don't think it's going to work for the other way around. Or I guess I could just clamp the maximum to the difference. So HP minus total current HP. And then I think that works. So let's just test it. If our HP change was -4, do absolute. No, I don't actually want it to be absolute because I need to know whether it's subtracting or whether you took damage or it was healed damage. So if our change is -5, and we're at 4 health, that's going to clamp the minimum to -4, which is good. Now let's say we're at 2 health, our maximum is 5. We say +4. That's going to clamp it to HP minus... So 5 minus 2, which is 3. So it'll clamp the maximum to 3. So it'll drop the extra health we don't need. Yeah, that should actually work, I think. And then all we say is total current HP plus equals that. I think that'll work. And then we'll just reference these two variables inside of the player for displaying the health bar. Get rid of all that stuff. We're gonna have bar displayed. Current HP is that. Now we're gonna say if closest boss is Spore. Let's comment those out so it's not Spore boss. Then we're gonna say displayed HP is closest boss dot total max HP, and displayed current HP is total current HP. So theoretically that should work, I think. Give that a try. Hopefully it all works. So normally if it's not Spore, it'll just do regular health display, but if it is Spore, then it shows the big health. Let's give it a try. Ooh, that's my alarm going off. I do have to end stream a little bit earlier today because I gotta go get grilling. So we're gonna test this out and then probably end. Garbage on the side. All right, let's try this out. I also want to test what's the other thing I wanted to test? It's like something specific to single player. Well, not specific, but we could just test it as single player. Can't remember what that was. Thought it was something to do with audio. I don't remember. Oh yeah, the music. I wanted to see if the boss music is going to be constantly coming in and out, you know? I have a feeling it might. Also, his health is not displaying properly, so Looks like the music does not flicker, so that's good. I don't know why it's not displaying properly. Now he just can't. Okay. It's a little whack. Should be okay. Let me go print out what's happening in here. Total max HP. Theoretically, that should be like, okay, for some reason that says 50, which doesn't, that's not correct. I don't know why that's wrong. Why would that be like that? Doesn't make any sense. Start entity. HP, which is 50, times 4/3 to the power of 4. Oh, am I calculating this wrong? Shoot. I don't know how I feel about the Spore theme. Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine, but if you want to redo it, you're welcome to. Oh, is that because I'm saying... See, what is... I guess it's because of PEMDIS, so it's probably doing this. No, it's not doing that. Shouldn't it be doing this? 4/3 to the power of 4 is like 3. So yeah, that makes sense, 50 times 3. So what's wrong with this then? Doesn't make any sense. I'm not modifying that anywhere else, right? Total max HP. I am printing total max HP. Yeah. Oh, it's probably a stupid integer moment. I have to say fpow or whatever. Pow-f. Or does pow already handle floats? That's probably what's happening. It's my guess. I'll just make sure these are also casted as floats. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know, maybe in the future, to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of any of the boss themes in their contexts. Yeah. I mean, I think they're epic. I do like Caloris's theme and stuff. But it's fine. Yeah, I could do a rework of them. Alright, let's go test this one last time, and then I have to go. Caloris's theme doesn't fit with the other music of the area. Yeah, Solidus boss music feels too techno vibe, being about mushroom guys. It's totally fair. It is really hard to, like, make music according to, like, a vibe like that, you know? I guess you could, like, I think, honestly, if I was in that scenario, I'd probably just listen to some reference of, like, find some random theme for some mushroom guy, right? And just listen to how that song sounds. Because I imagine, like, at least to me, the mushrooms, like, that sound is very, like, what's the word? Like, I guess, like, not experimental, but, like... I don't know how to describe it in words. Very, like, kind of sweeping synths and... Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Okay, so it seems like his health, that value down there is correct. But it's still showing the wrong current health for some reason. Okay, no, it's showing his current HP, I think. Something's wrong with that, for sure. Also, I realized this is not the proper... No. We're calculating the wrong number. I think that's part of the problem. Because it's 50 plus 66.666 plus 88.8888 plus, you know, I'm just calculating the amount of health at the final level. And that's the problem here. Because 50 times power... whatever, 4/3 to the power of 4. Okay, well, I'll work on this later. We're gonna end stream, guys. But, thank you everybody for coming in. I appreciate it. Let's go find somebody to raid right now. Yeah, Spores, I think will be a lot better this way. He's been needing a rework for a while. Every time I listen to something I want to replicate, I end up making something completely different tonally. Yeah. It's hard, yeah. But music stuff like that's something we can always just come back to later, whenever we feel like it, you know? It's really easy for me to swap it out and stuff, so. Let's see, who do we want to raid? Is anybody doing data jam stuff? Not that I see. Let me go check the Discord really quick. See if anybody put in a post about going live. Nope. Let's go raid somebody completely new. Why not? Who's working in Godot right now? What is this person doing? Crystal shaders. Epic. We can probably go raid them. I wish I didn't have an ad so I could see what they're like before I raid. Okay, well, let me go. Get it going. Thank you, gamers, for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. We'll be live again tomorrow, around like 3 to 3:30 MDT, somewhere in there. I don't know when you know, I try and be on time, but sometimes, you know, I just can't take it. Sometimes I mess up and don't show up on time, so I apologize. Feel free to buy Starground, join the Discord if you want.
They go here.
Just make sure they speak English and stuff. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you, gamers. We're gonna go raid this person. Weedom's Studio. They're working on crystal shaders today, so that sounds interesting. All right, bye everybody. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.